Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, September 25th, guys, 2016, 12 asteroids entered Doncaster, UK. So you can imagine now, 12 asteroids were picked up just on the 25th, flying through our atmosphere in Doncaster. Right, that's a very small portion of the sky in one location in one country. So can you imagine how many must have entered our atmosphere globally that haven't been reported, when in fact not one of these meteorites that entered our atmosphere in Doncaster has been reported by the media locally? One, two, it goes on. And this was the 25th. That's four, that's five, that's six, that's seven, it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 of these entered our atmosphere on the 25th, right? And it's sorry, 13. I can count 13 now. This is all in one session, right? Subhanallah. Allahu Akbar. This is ajib, right? So now, one or two things could have happened here, right? At least in the research community, we're hypothesizing, right? Two things: that the system is drawing nearer, hence why we're seeing a lot more asteroids enter our atmosphere. But in addition to that, what we're also hypothesizing is recently, and there's very strong evidence to suggest that the SETI satellite picked up a huge explosion. And what the researchers are concluding is there's a very, very high possibility that they basically nuked that asteroid in space before it arrived in our direction. And maybe perhaps they were successful. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best if they were or not. And hence the fragment of asteroids that we've seen in high frequency entering our atmosphere of late. Anyway, there's been recently another one that was detected, which was huge. I actually uploaded a video of that onto the channel, which you guys must have seen. Again, it was ginormous. And for the mainstream media not to report on it in and of itself is something of concern, simply because it wasn't even at lunar distance. It was shorter than that, because it was between the Earth and the Moon. So any object that flies between Earth and the Moon, there's a high risk of it basically hitting our atmosphere, entering our atmosphere. So it makes that object very dangerous. Okay, and the question that ought to be asked is, why was it not reported, especially when an amateur astronomer himself would pick it up. Now I'm going to show you that footage. It was done by Take Back Our Skies, the excellent guy. He's got some brilliant equipment, right? But seeing as we're on this topic, okay, we might as well take back our skies. Channel. Maybe I put it in wrong. Okay, let's get this right. So I mean, the question we should be asking at the moment is, why was it not reported? Why is none of this being reported? Yeah, and we're quite happy with the official narrative, as it were, as and when it's issued. But hold on, it should be here anyway. But the moment certain subject matters don't make the mainstream media or are not covered by them as the events unfold, we remain pretty docile about it, and we don't ask the questions that we need to be asking in order to get to the bottom of the truth. I'm not sure why this is. It's almost like ingrained into our psyche. Take back space. Sorry, my apologies. That's what it's called. Take back space. Shadow object. Close capture. Okay, this is the one that I was referring to. Look at that. Subhanallah. That's a huge object, and it's leaving a huge shadow on the surface of our moon. So what that basically tells me, and this is just basic knowledge of the distance between the Earth and the space, is that this object flew right between us and the moon. Okay, and it was that large that it cast a shadow on the surface of the moon. Right.